2-0 up in this 5-test series. The third test was contested at Trent Bridge, where Michael Atherton's England won the toss and chose to bat. England had the new hot prospect of Alex Tudor in the attack to accompany the fully fit Robert Croft. Steve Waugh, on the other hand, was quoted as saying, "If it ain't broke, don't fix it," as they lined up with the same frightening team that won at Lord's. As the Australians took to the field, they knew that they only needed a draw if they were to retain the Ashes.
Got him. Glove. Ball cutting back in. And Atherton trying to get out of the road of it. It came solidly off either glove or the shoulder of the bat. There's a lot of head shaking going on there. Perhaps we need to have a look at the replay.
Well, the shock reverberated around the ground because on whom Michael Atherton does so much depend. And look, it hit his arm guard. That shows it clear, really clear. So a bitter blow for England to have to take. First up, just the second ball of the day when that happened. John Hampshire, the umpire that had made the decision that ensured that Michael Atherton made his way back to the pavilion. At the other end, Srinivas Venkataraman's intense concentration was to save the bacon of the butcher, because Hawkeye proves that what we're about to see against Mark Butcher would have gone on to hit the stumps, though Venkat decided that that wasn't the case. At the other end, all the while, Marcus Trescothick was playing his strokes and needed to be, so that Australia could feel some wind of their own. You need a bit of luck, and fortune was favouring the brave. Sort of conditions that you might expect the ball to swing in. It's just what Brett Lee is doing. That's what Marcus Trescothick is doing. Saw that very early and gave it some big humpty. And again. And that is a go and fetch it stroke. Yes. That is as good an example of a straight drive as you could wish to see. Very clever bowling. The ball just straightened enough, and as Butcher closed the face, the movement did for him. McGrath again.
I dare say our replay will show that this ball has gone a long way off the seam. Mark Butcher's looking to play this on the leg side. Edges it to Ricky Ponting, who catches it with his fingers in the air. Quite unusual. He departs for 13. England now 30 for 2.
Well, Butcher won't have enjoyed that, given the fact he was playing nicely. He won't have enjoyed it more when very soon afterwards the umpires had a chat and decided that the drizzle meant the players had to come off the field. That was about 10 to 12 when they did so. 30 for 2, England. Trescothick is still there. Ramprakash has faced just the one ball, and it wasn't a moment before they were back out again. A delay of just 16 minutes, and these guys were ready.
Good shot, very confident shot from Mark Ramprakash. Plays very well off the front foot, and that's sheer timing. Well, he's had a dart at that, put it away well. It's been a shot that has brought him a high number of runs so far today. He's played about 3 or 4 of these pull shots. And that's even better. Scorched the outfield, that.
Out. Caught behind. A little thin edge. Gillespie strikes. And just when England needed a big partnership, Ramprakash is on his way back. 1 for 14. Very good bowling again. Brilliant line and length.
It's great line and length from Gillespie, but particularly great shot from Mark Ramprakash. Wasn't there to drive, he pushed at it very hard. Really didn't do a lot. Very simple catch for Adam Gilchrist. England now 63 for 3.
Big shot. from Trescothick. Very quick onto anything short. That is his strength. And he's showing it. In the air, but for just past Steve Waugh. Trescothick moves to 49.
Played 3 or 4 magnificent pull shots. I think I might rate that last shot as the one of the innings for him so far. Well, very, very well caught. It's well bowled also. It's moved away off the seam. And Trescothick looked as though he was intending to hammer the Australians. And that is done for him.
Well, he stuck to a plan, Jason Gillespie. He's bowled a full length. And that's been the secret of bowling to Marcus Trescothick. And just when England seemed to be recovering well, they've lost another one. Marcus Trescothick has gone for 69, 117 for 4.
Well, what an all-round attack they make. It's worth reflecting on the way that Glenn McGrath has gone to this dominating position at the top of the world rankings, and by a mile. Oh, Glenn McGrath. That is a magnificent delivery. And to think it's first up as well.
Glenn McGrath at his best. Straight round the wicket. Right on the right spot. And a good, healthy edge. And once again, another simple catch to Adam Gilchrist. Ian Ward departs for 6.
Oh, dropped it. Bowled for, and the chance has been missed.
And he's out for naught. Caught short leg. No need for a decision. McGrath has struck again.
Now, he cannot control that length because he can't quite get to it, but he's drawn onto the front foot automatically. Big, thick inside edge. And Matthew Hayden will swallow that one. Quite simple. 147 for 6.
That's a boundary. Counter-attacking from Alex Stewart. That's what's needed. Brings up the 150 for England. Well timed. Finally runs on the leg side off Glenn McGrath. 4 of them. Very close indeed. Out. Up goes the finger. Venkat gives him out. The quicker ball from Shane Warne. Very full. Struck Tudor right on the toe.
Nice and full. And the quicker one, as you say, the foot goes straight back down towards the bowler, but the bat is so late in coming down that it never threatens to make contact. Not so good for Alex Tudor, who makes an early departure.
Now, was there a bit of bat? Venkat nods. He says there is. You've got to go. And Croft is walking.
Wait and see. Look to me first up as that is the case. Pad, yes, off the face of the bat. No doubt about it.
Yes.
Lovely cover drive. He's never had a problem timing the ball. Oh, Alec.
It was a bit of a nothing shot. Almost thought that he was looking to run it down to third man. Alex Stewart, he played so well up until then. Credit to Glenn McGrath, though. Stewart is gone for 46, 180 for 9.
Bowled in. Well done, Brett Lee. What terrific cricket this has been from Australia. They have shown us so many skills of the game today. Wonderful catching and fielding. Terrific fast bowling, short of the length, hitting the seam. Wonderful swing bowling, getting it up there and challenging England with the field settings. England have been bowled out for 185 in 52 overs and 5 balls, having won the toss and chosen to bat first. And one of the great celebrators shows us just what he thinks of that for a day out. And what a day out it was for all of them, but it was led by Glenn McGrath. It was an exemplary performance, one of the most outstanding fast bowling performances you can imagine. 5 for 49 from 18 overs, and support from everybody in that attack. For England, it was a trial, a tribulation, but some good stuff too. Trescothick with 69 played quite wonderfully well, and Alex Stewart with 46 fought hard. After tea, they came out, the Australians, and Michael Slater was finding it tough. This wasn't like the first innings at Edgbaston at all. Nervy he was, didn't manage to score for 10 balls. Matthew Hayden did. He made 140 against Hampshire the other day. He pulled and he drove down the ground, and he looked in a lovely positive vein. Splendidly natural players, these two, as is this, a splendidly natural fast bowler. Oh, he's got him, Alex Tudor.
My first impression is not to agree with umpire Venkat. I might agree with Matthew Hayden that it pitched just outside leg stump. It's certainly going on to hit. Nevertheless, good return for Tudor, and Hayden goes. It's 48 for 1.
Inside edge, off stump. Darren Gough might just have got that one to go away from Slater a fraction. Trying to cover it, and he's dragged it back on. 2 down, 56 on the board. We're in the 18th over. Beautiful shot. Got him, third one. Was only 2, now it's 69 for 3, and Gough, in an inspired spell, has got England in with a chance. 20 overs bowled, 69 on the board, and Gough's just got 2 of them. That's the spot. That is the spot where Steve Waugh was a little undecided whether to come forward or play back. And Caddick has got him. 82 for 4. Atherton again. Now there's a captain's mark for you. He's brought back Alex Tudor. Tudor has bowled short for most of the over, and then the 5th ball he's got it up so that Mark Waugh has had to play at it defensively, and it's 94 for 5. What? Caddick 6 down now into the 33rd over, and Australia just past the 100 mark. 102 for 6. Alex Stewart taking the catch this time. LBW is given. Umpire Venkat. Caddick has got another one. That was a beautiful Yorker. A roar from the crowd. It's a standing ovation for Caddick. 102 for 7, the deficit 83. We're only in the first day.
It was to be bad light that ended a quite brilliant first day's cricket as England left the field in a promising position. And it was English bowlers that had the best of the session, especially against the Waugh brothers, where they managed 7 maidens in 10 overs. This extraordinary opening day saw wickets falling in rushes, which was potted by some excellent stroke play that thrilled the Nottingham crowd. But at the end of it all, it was Australia that suffered most as they trailed England by 80 runs with only 3 wickets in hand. Join us after the break for a perfectly poised second day. Here's how things were looking at the beginning of day 2 of the third 2001 test. Australia were 80 runs behind in their first innings. England's main aim now was to try and keep a lid on danger man Adam Gilchrist.
That was hit. Got him. Well bowled. Very well bowled indeed. There's a bit of pace about it. He's not absolute express. Around about 84 miles an hour all the time, Alex Tudor, which is same as Glenn McGrath. And Mark Butcher has completed the dismissal there, with Lee not getting behind it. And the 8th one goes.
Brilliant. The other side of mid-off this time from Gilchrist. Partnership now 41. Oh, so close. I thought he had dragged it on. I better get back in my chair. Unlucky for Darren Gough, but it's 3 boundaries in a row to Gilchrist.
.50 for Adam Gilchrist, and no less thrilling than any other 50 we've seen him play. This is a very special cricketer.
And he's got it. Gilchrist is gone now. If anyone's deserved a wicket in this match or other matches, it's Alex Tudor. He's come on and bowled 2 super overs, and with the first ball of the next one, he has got the breakthrough. Gilchrist gone, 188 for 9. Ah, what a beauty. Butcher, Surrey teammate, alongside his captain, has taken a blinder.
Well, you won't see a better catch than this. Mark Butcher, low to his left hand. That'll be his weak side. He throws right-handed, bowls right-handed. And all the practice they do in the mornings, all the catches they do, it's paid off.
Well, he kind of felt that the country needed it, a young man to come in and make an impression against the very best cricket team in the world, and he took his bow as he left the field of play. Nasser Hussain amongst those who were delighted for him. A splendid catching performance by England in support of those bowlers. 2 for Gough, 3 for Caddick, 5 for 44. Alex Tudor, he will go up on the honours board here at Trent Bridge. Australia all out for 190, but look at that from Gillespie, unbeaten for 27 in support of Adam Gilchrist. So there were a few minutes to negotiate before lunch. Glenn McGrath got the ball to swing. Now, he doesn't that often make it swing out like that. He wasn't pitching it as straight as he would have liked, but there was considerable movement and therefore plenty of food for thought. And the footwork from the wicketkeeper at that stage slightly better than that of the batsman.
Good shot from Trescothick. He is strong off his pads. And it puts England in the lead. Just the 1 run ahead.
That's a good shot. Now that is a better hook shot than any he played at Lord's. He miscued some at Lord's. He didn't miscue that. It came right off the meat of the bat.
More runs, and that's fine. He'll take some stopping. And it hasn't. Valiant attempt by Glenn McGrath, but it's still gone over the ropes. The runs just started to flow over the last 4 or 5 overs.
Oh. Well, there's food for thought for all of us. Matthew Hayden, he can't see how close that was because he's square on, but his reaction tells the story.
Runs. 53 at least, if not 4. Well timed, well placed.
Well, what about this? Is this out? This is freaky. Oh boy, could this be the turning of the worm in the most unlikeliest of fashions? It's bounced off Hayden. It's been taken by Gilchrist. The question is, at any stage, was there ground involved? And Mr. Constant upstairs will be the judge.
It'll be unfortunate. The Australians are happy, and you can always tell by the fielders' reactions how the decision is likely to play out. This will be most unfortunate. Struck well and into the leg. Didn't touch the ground at all, and well caught. I think they will show that that will be given out. It should be given out.
Well, he has to go, I'm afraid. I mean, that's 6 inches to 9 inches away from hitting the ground before it gets from Hayden. And then it goes to Gilchrist, who does brilliantly, and Mr. Constant, I'm sure, is about to, yes, confirm it. Hard luck to Skothic. He goes 57 for 1.
That's out. Indeed it is. Up goes the finger. Just what Mark Taylor was talking about, the swing back into Mark Butcher. Brett Lee's got it dead right. Butcher misses, and up goes the finger.
That's why Brett Lee was on. We talked about it. Mark Butcher, if he does have a problem early on, he tends to fall over slightly. That's pitching what? Middle stump, and going on to hit about middle stump. Fair decision, and a very good piece of bowling. And they've got Mark Butcher straight after the break for 1. England now 59 for 2.
Safe over the top. Very fine shot from Mike Atherton, using the pace of Brett Lee. He knows there's no one down at deep third man.
Cool, we had a right contest going here. Lee storming in, excited by the wicket he took, and there he jams one into the helmet of Michael Atherton. As he left the field of play because more rain came, he was probably relieved to do so. England 69 ahead and 2 down.
I think he's edged a no ball. I do believe there was a nick there, and that's what can happen to you. Brett Lee has bowled a no ball, and I'm sure Mark Ramprakash got a nick.
That's a super shot. That's a trademark for Atherton. Fine shot. Just didn't quite get off the middle. It was placed perfectly. There's a gap there between the man at ordinary cover and mid-off. And Michael Atherton gets a half century. Very, very good innings. And most important, well, the shouts there. And umpire Venkat has given it.
Now look at Gilchrist's pad, right? That's the key for me. Really slow. You can always see the ball and the bat apart. You can always see a bit of pad. You can still see pad. Boy.
The fact is that Michael Atherton's on his way back with 51. 115 for 3.
Chopped it on. Cruel blow again for England. Is that the second one in the space of 5 minutes? It was not a great Warne delivery, but it was a great Warne result.
2 wickets in 3 balls to Shane Warne. Alex Stewart drags it on. Might have been the quicker one. Took his eye off the ball a little bit. Perhaps tried to hit it a bit hard. May have stayed low, but Stewart's gone second ball, and Warne celebrates. Stumped by a mile. Mark Ramprakash looking to hit Shane Warne way back over his head. First time he's really used his feet. A swing and a miss, and he's got to walk back now. Shane Warne has his 4th wicket. 2 balls remaining in the day's play. Big appeal. Not out. You know if Venkat's going to give him because he'll nod his head, but he's going over to square leg.
Yes, Dermot, he hasn't said not out. He said, has this one carried? Because we know from earlier in the day that's all he can say. I think he believes from that he's hit it. He thinks he's hit it, yeah. Venkat thinks he's made contact. There's no doubt about that. If he didn't think that, he'd get said not out straight away. So the question now is, does the fielder in close on the offside? And I believe it may well be Steve Waugh. Does he dive forward and get his hand underneath it? That's the key. If he does, then it must be given out.
There's the inside edge. Definite inside edge onto the pad. But that doesn't show Steve Waugh. Yeah. That does, and that shows it going straight in. Brilliant catch from the Australian captain. 2 balls remaining in the day's play, but I'm afraid Craig White's got to go.
And the red light, to me, says, Craig White, you're on your way.
So it was some excellent fielding that capped a vintage display from Australia's bleached blonde hero. Shane Warne raised the ball to mark his brilliant fifer, which closed yet another memorable day of Test match cricket. England finished 139 runs ahead with 4 second innings wickets in hand. Captain Michael Atherton would be hoping his team could put another 100 on in day 3, which you can see after the break. This was the situation going into day 3 of the 3rd test. Australia had eked out a lead and then reduced England to 144 for 6. The general view was that England needed at least another 70 to have any hope of winning, now that a draw was off the cards.
Well, yes. Now, I would say that is probably a good decision. The problem for a bowler right arm over the wicket bowling to a left-hander is whether or not the ball pitches in line. That looked as though it was round about Midland leg to me.
Well, for me, there might just be a question on the height. Jason Gillespie's a tall man. We'll have a look at where it pitched, just in the red zone. Came back a little bit. That struck Ian Ward above the knee roll, and he is slightly forward. Well, Hawkeye's got it, just flicking off the bails. Ward's gone for 13. England lose a wicket without scoring a run today.
Oh dear. Oh dear for England. 146 for 8 now, and Gillespie is dragged back onto the stumps by Croft. Tudor has made 2. Croft is out for a duck. Ward and Croft gone already. And that's a beautiful stroke. Tudor just leant into that. Just a slight bend of the knee to keep him over the top of the ball. A lovely shot. Almost a square drive just in front of point.
It was a classical cover drive from Alex Tudor. Big stride, got his weight into the ball. Played it late, below eye level. Excellent execution.
Carey could be disappointed with that. He played a good shot. Hit it like a rocket. Steve Waugh was the man in the road out there at just slightly backward point. It's got him on. It's got him where the ball actually hit Atherton in the first innings. All right, 4 more. It was interesting when Tudor hit Warne for 4 in the last over. Steve Waugh put a man back almost on the fence at point to stop that shot. and runs are priceless. That's gone, and the batsman is greatly disappointed by that. Just hoping for a little bit of a partnership that would take the score along. Now it's 156 for 9. Caddick out, and Gillespie has done the job again.
And all that in the first 25 minutes of play. Then the rain came, so we had a delay. But it had been a special 25 minutes because Jason Gillespie had moved to 100 Test match wickets. Look at the strike rate, 43.89 is quite brilliant. The bails were soon back on. It was only a shower with a 15-minute delay. England 151 ahead.
Heavy thump from Darren Gough. He's in form, scored 96 in the recent county match. So he's seeing it early, all the signs there.
What a shot this is. This should raise a few spirits in a dressing room upstairs, I would imagine. Lays back and launches. Wonderful cricket shot from anyone in the order.
In the air and out. It's the end of it. The end of the England innings. Good catch by Ricky Ponting. Once again, Shane Warne adds to his total, finishing up with 6 wickets. Big spinning leg break that pitched outside leg stump.
The final English batting rights executed by Shane Warne, 6 for 33, and Jason Gillespie, who picked up 3 for 10 today alone. Now, England defending 158. Will the pressure ever show, Steve? Maybe. Here's the first ball.
All of the England bowlers have to bowl well in tandem and be supported by the fielders. Struck on the pad. Is it? It's not. Shake of the head from umpire Venkat. Probably too high. Probably going down the leg side. What a start.
Well, what Australia do not need is this kind of indecision. They need those decisions, not out ones, but they don't need the indecision from the batsman to lead this kind of line. Goodness me, that's a missing leg, and it's pretty high as well. But it's close enough to give England immediately a little psychological advantage, and I think this is exactly the way Australia cannot play. They must play their shots. They must play positively.
Shock on the pad once again, twice in a row and not out, says umpire Venkat. Well, well, well.
I think this is very close. I think this is mighty close. Darren Gough agrees. He's got quite a big stride, and he's quite a tall man. It's pitched in line. I think he's going to hit off stump. Go on and hit off stump. Yes, Hawkeye agrees.
Yes. It's a lovely piece of timing by Michael Slater. Didn't seem to hit it at all. Just used the pace. Ran the ball into the gap, and even with all the rain about, the outfield is still lightning fast. More runs. It's a lovely shot. Just a short arm jab. Ultimate timing.
There've been a lot of those in the game, and you do get them as an opening batsman. You just pray that they don't fly to a catcher. It's de rigueur with the job, I'm afraid, the edge of the bat. And again, now, whether England should plug third man or not, it's the issue, and Atherton thinks, oh, maybe I should. The trouble is, has the horse bolted? 4 more to third man. Well caught. Nicely balanced at slip, Marcus Trescothick. Lovely outswinger from Andrew Caddick, exposing Michael Slater. And the crowd and England cricketers reckon game on. Oh dear, and they brought that guy up from third man too. We've now seen 16 runs because there's no third man. Oh, it's gone through his hands. Oh, on such fine threads hang cricket matches. It went quickly, no doubt about that. Hayden's going hard at the ball here. And it's a difficult catching height, but boy, you know, you need to pull off something special sometimes if you're to sneak victories. Sneak victories from the jaws of likely defeat. Australia now needing 110 runs to win the game. They're 48 for 1. There is a full house in here at Trent Bridge, and the atmosphere is electric.
And good day to you too. Oh, there's a super shot. He's played a couple of those today. One was off the back foot, pretty much the same direction, but a glorious shot. It was meant to be the Yorker, and Ponting has got onto it, seized on it very quickly, straight down the ground. Fine shot. Last ball coming up before lunch. And Hayden has given it a fearful thump.
There was a full-blown kangaroo to go with the full-blown Australian performance. As for the English fans, they were right to feel deflated. As play resumed on the third day, Australia had a target of 158 to go 3-0 up and retain the Ashes.
First ball after lunch. First ball from Robert Croft. And it's punched away square for 4. Confident start. Gone past the outside edge, and it just brushed it. England have had a wonderful start here after lunch. Ricky Ponting has failed once again from Australia's point of view, and that's just what England needed. Marquardt down the track, strikes it ferociously, straight over the head of the bowler. That's away. He plays that shot so well, Matthew Hayden.
It was probably the thick cloud cover that arrived that convinced Michael Atherton to replace that one over of Robert Croft with Andrew Caddick, and there was some movement there. Mark Waugh avoiding being given an LBW by the inside edge. Jason Gillespie was meanwhile enjoying a good thriller, and Shane Warne probably enjoying the sales figures.
Close and out. Misjudgment by Matthew Hayden, and that is a huge wicket for England, a huge one for Alex Tudor. On the money.
I think a little unlucky here, Matthew Hayden. Pitched outside leg for mine, and probably missing off. The judge LBW. The Hawkeye suggested that yes, it's going on to miss off. It's a little unlucky, Matthew Hayden.
Steve Waugh's off the mark, and he's hobbling. Not moving very freely at all, Steve Waugh. As a matter of fact, he's pulled up. I don't know what the nature of the injury is just yet, but when he took that catch yesterday evening to dismiss Craig White, he did stretch his groin a little bit towards the end of play yesterday, and now he is totally in anguish.
Well, it was a nasty moment to see Stephen Waugh wheeled from the field of play on a stretcher. Have a look here. It transpired that it was the left calf as he pushes off, and see how he drags it now, that caused him such pain, and it did cause him real pain. More rain, I'm afraid, with Australia needing 61 to win. They came off at 2:25. It rained heavily. They were off for 25 minutes.
Oh, lovely shot for. Wonderful stroke. Round about the pads again. That's not the place. Too short. Not going to work with Damien Martyn.
Dreamy stroke. Nicely placed. There is a big gap at extra cover, which Mark Waugh has found, and hit so well, he's going to get 4 for it.
It's a good shot. On drive this time for Mark Waugh. Once again, it's got just enough on it to take it out of the diving Ian Ward.
Almost a super slow-mo, but it was real time. There's little you can add than to say that Damien Martyn's timing has been even more exquisite than Mark Waugh's. Oh, hello. There's a chase on here for Robert Croft. The scores are level. No ball. The Ashes have gone to Australia. They have taken the series. They are 3-0 ahead with 2 to play, and wonderful, wonderful stroke play has seen them there. This player, Mark Waugh, whose 100 at Lords was such a beauty. That bowler, Glenn McGrath, the other one there to his left, Shane Warne, and in the middle, Jason Gillespie, along with Brett Lee. An outstanding attack that has given so much pleasure to so many. This one of the finest cricket teams that have ever played the game, proving exactly that with a resounding performance here at Trent Bridge. A pleasure to watch, and the truth be told, England have been outplayed.
So a very special moment for Australia, which might have seemed a bit anticlimactic as it came off a no ball, but a deserved triumph nonetheless in an outstanding exhibition of all arts within the game. It was to be the inimitable Shane Warne that took man of the match and gave Michael Atherton plenty to think about before Headingley.
I think there was always something there for the bowlers. I think there was a bit of poor batting as well in the first innings from both teams. As I said, we've not really got the runs on the board throughout the series.
Out! Stumped by a mile. Mark Ramprakash looking to hit Shane Warne way back over his head. First time he's really used his feet. A swing and a miss, and he's got to walk back now. Shane Warne has his 4th wicket.
Yeah, I couldn't fault the team's attitude or commitment here. We gave it everything. We just weren't quite good enough.
It's a terrific feeling for all the guys. It was a great test match, a bit shorter than what we expected, but look, it was a real team effort. I think we were put under pressure at various times, and I really, to the guys that weren't playing, and girl, Beck, you know, they were great support. It was terrific to be out in the field, to look back up on our pavilion, and they're always there watching. I think all the test matches this year have been a bit closer than what the end result has shown, and you know, as I said, England put us under pressure in the other test, and probably more so in this test. So it was a terrific effort by the guys to dig deep in those times of pressure and come through the goods. I'm not sure. Yeah, I mean, it's gone my way. I've had my fair share of luck. I've taken it on, I guess, and got away with it a few times. So it's been pleasing in that regard. So just to, you know, do the job that's required at the time. Oh, hopefully Steve will be right, and I mean, quickly to Steve, you know, well done to him. It's a shame he can't be here, but I know that he'll gladly accept the Ashes urn eventually at some stage at a later date, but he deserves everything that comes his way. So, you know, hopefully the leg will be fine. We'll have to wait and see.
Australia had retained the Ashes for the 6th consecutive series. This unstoppable team has to be considered one of the greatest of all time.